Hi, my name is Jennifer and today I'm going to show you how to do a basic hair wrap. You need several colors of embroidery, floss, and basic hair care products. So what you do is you separate a little area of the hair that you're going to want to braid. And then you use some kind of clip. These alligator clips are probably the best to hold the hair down straight. And then you make a braid, very small braid. Leave a little bit of room at the top of the braid because you're going to have to put the floss through it. And sometimes a little spray bottle will help so you don't have flyaway hairs. It'll help keep it smooth. And then what you do is you take a little piece of the floss and you tie it at the bottom of the braid just to hold it in place. As you can see, I have 6 different colors here, and you take them and you measure them by about the length of your hair plus a couple inches extra to give you some leeway, and then you cut them all the same length so that they're all the same as your hair. Then you have the thread, the floss. Just hold it straight down. I'm going to cut the ends so that they're all even and end at the same place. Wet them a little, help them go through the hair a little bit better. Just like threading a needle. Pull it through until you have an even amount on both sides. And then you separate the color you want first on both sides. You take both sides of it. And you take it and you hold it close together and you just start wrapping it around both sides of the hair and the floss. So you double up on it and you wrap it around the hair. And as you're doing it, you might want to push up because sometimes it separates a little bit. As I wrap around the hair, I'm also wrapping the thread around the other thread that is a color that you're not using. So right now I'm using red, and I'm going to wrap the red right around the other colors too. Okay, so now I'm going to switch colors. I'm doing the typical rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple colors. So I'm going to switch from red to orange. So I'm holding the red tight, and I just have to find my other 2 orange pieces of string. So here's one here, and I'm just going to kind of put it aside until I find the other one to have it ready. And now here's the orange coming in, and you just meet them up together. The red is back underneath with the other colors, and I brought the orange and I looped it around the hair and the floss to meet up with the other orange.
Excellent.
And I'm going to just push it up so it gets as close as I can. But then once they get back together, you can kind of meet it and see where the hair is sticking through. You just overlap it a little bit with the color that you want. So now I'm going to just start wrapping the orange around. And hair is funny, it'll get in the way, so you kind of have to keep pushing it out of the way, and that's where the clips come in to help keep the hair out of the way. And the spray bottle with a little bit of water in it will also help to keep flyaway hairs in place. And if you see, I'm just wrapping it around the braid and the other colors of floss. And then you just push it up so it's nice and tight and the colors meet, and so the hair isn't exposed. And And there's different patterns that you could do along with this, but we could show that on another video. But we're just trying to teach the basic idea of it right now. Just hold the one color tight as you switch to the other one. Which the blue and purple are kind of similar here, but I found it. And I'm just going to bring it back, push the green up with my fingernail, and pull it tight. And then I'm going to do a knot at the end to tie it at the bottom, and you need to tie it very tight so that it will stay in for an extended period of time. And it is probably actually a good idea to double knot it. And then we'll embellish the bottom with a couple beads. Okay, so what you'll do is you take a piece of string, maybe about close to a foot long, and you'll cut it. And it just depends on how many strands of beads you want. We're going to do 3 altogether, and you'll see in a minute how we do it. So you fold your string in half, like I have it folded, and you take the 2 ends where the 2 ends are, and you match them up together, and then you just kind of thread them through, and see they're both through the bead. So this is going to be the one that's at the base. And then it's a nicer look if you put like some smaller beads on 2 strands underneath the big bead. So I'm just matching up the thread. Have the 2 ends, together so you could get it through the bead easily. Okay, now to put the beads on the bottom, we don't really need all the thread because it'll be a little too thick. So I'm just going to take 4 strands. So I'll take 2 purple and 2 red to put the beads onto. And you're going to have to leave them long enough that you want to put the beads on, and then when you're finished you can cut them. So I'm cutting the other colors that I'm not using right at the base of the bottom of the braid. And you need to be careful with your customer's hair so that you don't cut their hair. And then you just pull the thread, hold the bead and just pull the thread out. And there you have the bead at the bottom of it. Okay, so then you separate them, and this is where the other 2 colors are going to go. And you get your beads, and you pull the string through the loop, the floss through the loop, and then you hold the string so they don't all fall loose. Then you push from the bottom of the strand of beads, and you pull the floss through. Now you have to make sure that the beads have a big enough hole in it that the 2 strands of floss will fit through. And then you just pull the string, the floss through it, a knot at the bottom, and you sometimes kind of pull it up past the beads a little bit so you don't have it hanging too low. Then you just have to take your time and make sure that the beads are at the right side of the floss. And then you knot it probably about 2 or 3 times so that the beads stay on. I'm just going to knot it one more time. And there's the finished product.
I hope this video has helped you, and please feel free to check out my other videos on YouTube.